I've got a short but sweet power pack presentation on the AI Auto Trader now with the ChatGPT agent integration. That's going to take it to a whole new level. So stick around. I've got some really brand new information. We have an advanced machine learning algorithm that we've integrated into NinjaTrader language. And before I get too far into it, I just want to satisfy the CFTC. It's important to know that I am not a licensed financial advisor. I'm not offering any trading advice today. I'm just very familiar with the products and services of Right Line Trading. There is a significant amount of risk when trading the financial markets. If you're not familiar with that risk, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. With that being said, I'll tell you one of the character traits that distinguishes Right Line Trading from some of our competitors is that we trade our systems on a live market every morning. And the reason I bring this up now is I want to invite everybody here in attendance. It's been a long day, a ton of information. Probably by the end of this event, you're gonna, see double. So I'm going to invite everybody here for free to come join me tomorrow on YouTube, and we're going to watch the AI automated system trade a live market. So I'm going to put in the chat box this link where you'll be able to come in. Let me send it to everybody. There we go. Okay, so I just put it in the chat box. Every morning at 9:15 a.m. Eastern time, right, 15 minutes before the market opens, we trade these bots on a live market. And listen, if we have a bad day, it shows like a pimple on the end of our nose. There's no hiding from it. And I think that transparency really goes into the integrity and honesty that we want to bring to the table. We've been around for 14 years now, and our vision here is to provide trading strategies and indicators that provide our members with an edge, some kind of insight into the future direction of price. That's the valuable information, right? It's kind of like having the winning lottery numbers prior to the drawing. Along the way, we've built a beautiful community of traders of all experience levels, from the complete newbie to the full-time professional trader, and all experience levels in between that wide spectrum. And we have a very supportive community. And I always say there's power in numbers. To learn what's working for others, sometimes more important, what's not working, so we could sidestep some pitfalls and speed bumps. It's very valuable information. And I just want to take just a brief moment. I know it's been a long day, but I want to recognize my team here at Right Line Trading. We have a really extremely professional, educated, I like to think handsome, team of professionals here at Right Line Trading that are all behind the scenes. Well, most of us are behind the scenes. Mr. Craig Emery, first our professional traders. Mr. Craig Emery is our futures trader. Mr. David Kushner is our prop trader. And we have our options guru, Mr. David Wise. And man, can David Wise trade options? He is on fire. He maintains a 90% win rate. So excellent traders. Behind the desks here at Right Line Trading, we have Mr. Brock Miller. He's a college student getting his degree in computer science. And then we have our computer professionals, engineers and software developers, a powerhouse team, a trifecta. We've got Charles Sider, UCLA graduate, has his master's degree from UCLA. We don't hold it against him, just kidding. We have Sergio Luque Rodriguez. He has his master's degree in computer science. And the team is led by Mr. Mark Miller, who has his MBA from Cal State. It turns out he's an engineer, and his expertise and experience lies in automation and robotics. It's important to know, and I think the most important thing, because going into these characters and values of our company, Mark Miller's a U.S. Army vet. To know him is to love him. He has a contagious enthusiasm in everything that he does. And just being around him is always really a privilege and honor. But he brings to the table those core military values of honesty, transparency, integrity. And he's made sure that they are at the forefront of everything that we do here at Right Line Trading. A little bit about the voice that you hear behind the screen. My name's Rory Powers. I graduated from Syracuse University. I reside down in South Florida, and I've been with Right Line Trading for 12 years now. I'm on my 12th year, and I've worn several different hats here over the years. My favorite role here is answering the phones. I'm kind of a people's person, and I love talking to traders. I'd like to hear you guys are struggling like me, because we're in this battle together, and that's what it is. It's a battle. But a little bit about myself. I reside in South Florida. Other than trading, my passion is saltwater fishing. I live in Florida, all the way down by the Florida Keys. And, I always think if you live in Florida and you're surrounded by the water, it's crazy not to live right on the ocean. So I'm way down south, just a stone's throw away from the Florida Keys. Love saltwater fishing. On a recent fishing trip, this is Mark Miller, the owner. Sergio, he's our software developer. We caught some beautiful grouper and snapper. Once the boat got to the dock, they cooked them up fresh right in this restaurant. It's freshest, most delicious fish ever. But my prized catch, the one that did not get away, is my beautiful wife, the catch of a lifetime. God blessed me with a woman with Christian values that is really has been a huge inspiration in my life, really my rock. And God has blessed us with two beautiful girls, a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. My wife's a little younger than I am. My friends tell me I have more guts than brains when they see the pictures with the young kids, but I wouldn't change a thing. I am so happy. So let's get on with the show. The genesis of the AI auto trader, of these automated bots, is really our lack of consistency as traders. And I say that in the first person. I'm not pointing my finger at anybody here. My lack of consistency, and we share that as traders. Remember, I answer the phones here, and I hear everybody's struggles, and it's good to know. And I think you'll be happy to hear that 95 to 98% of the people that I talk to, they all have their struggles and their pitfalls and their speed bumps. And that's, just part of this journey. So that was really the genesis of the AI auto trader. If I was to put this slide into words, because it's my favorite slide, I love it. This nice professional woman who seems to be very conservative. She's wearing a business suit. She's at her desk here. It looks like at some form of office, perhaps. And she has watched the equity in her trading account slowly over the course of the last 6 to 8 months dwindled down to nothing. And she's come to a boiling point, a bursting point. She's resorted to taking the old sledgehammer out of that bottom drawer, that bottom desk drawer, and she's ready to smash that computer monitor into smithereens now that her account is just about down to nothing. And I can't tell you how much I can relate to that, thinking that there's absolutely must be a conspiracy going on, right? It's just impossible that every time I get in, that they want to take my stop. Price reverses and gets my stop. And then maybe just to laugh at me, it continues in the direction I had the position in. It just seems like maybe the market makers or my broker or even the prop firm, who knows who, we're all in on this to get my money. And that's just what this nice woman is feeling. And that was the genesis of the AI auto trader. That's our motivation. Because we've all experienced problems making money and being consistent. It turns out I was right here on Trader's Corner a few months back, and a very educated, talented guy, his name was Christopher Mullen, did a study on human personality traits and whether or not those personality traits lend well to being a good disciplined trader. And what he found was there's about 10 or 12 core personality traits. You have the analytical, the driver, the emotional, and we all share a combination of these traits, some traits more than others to a certain degree, and that makes us all unique as individuals. Okay. But what he found, very interesting, he found that maybe one or two tops of these core personality traits lends well to being a good disciplined trader. So listen, if you're one of the 9 of the 10 traits, if you have those 9 or 10 traits that don't lend well, like myself, listen, we can blame it on our genes. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. This is built into our genes. Um, those 3 professional traders in my first slide that I introduced, they all have something in common. What they have in common is they're very disciplined and patient. And in their mind, they have a trading plan, a set of ironclad rules that are etched in stone that must be present on their charts prior to them pulling the trigger. And they have the discipline and they have the patience to wait for it. They wait, they sit and they wait. In fact, a lot of them take it as a red badge of courage that they didn't take a trade at all today, or they haven't taken a trade in 2 days. And because they're very disciplined, they do not want to get in unless they find that risk is at its lowest, almost like a robot, almost like a robot. Okay, so those human errors that we make, they're all tied into our personality, human errors. Sure, we may have bought indicators that just didn't work or lacked a proven trading methodology, but we all know where it all winds up. It all winds up to blowing out our trading accounts, our prop accounts, our live accounts. My goodness gracious, I've blown out so many accounts, I want to cry. And I was desperate to find something. So this was really why it's become our team's commitment. It says my commitment. It's really been my team. I'm really part of a great team. It's our commitment to bring this to an end. You see, we've narrowed it down to 2 things that we believe are going to create trading success. Number 1, and I'm going to flip the script on this slide, okay? Number 1, because we suffer from those human personality traits, and 9 out of 10 of us just don't have those core personality traits that lend well to being a good disciplined trader. So ideally, we need software that can get us in and out automatically, so we can quit sabotaging our own trading. We need a system that can do it automatically. Number 2, and even more important, is we have to have the proper tool set, right? Listen, unless you've been living under a rock, you have to mention that we're in the midst of an AI revolution. An AI revolution. I've heard it likened to the invention of the wheel, the automobile. That's how big this thing is. And I truly believe we're just scratching the surface of this. Okay. Um, Listen to this. I don't know if you knew this or not, but did you know that AI has worked its way in to 10 of our top sectors in our economy? Just to name a few: entertainment and media, energy, agriculture, education, transportation and logistics, manufacturing, algorithmic trading. Did you know that 95% of large institutions, hedge funds, investment firms, they're trading with AI powered bots? They're not sitting behind the mouse and clicking on the thing and trying to get in at the right time. No way. These huge investment firms and hedge funds, they're using bots, algos that are leveraging AI. Okay. By the way, the number 1 sector in our economy that's leveraging artificial intelligence, which really makes me happy. I lost my mother and father, is in healthcare. And God, I pray that they come out with some breakthroughs to some of these horrible diseases. So the number 1 sector is in healthcare. But AI is really making every single sector and industry that much more efficient with the tremendous amount of data that it can process and turn out something with such great efficiency. It's just remarkable. I mean, look at if you think about it, look at Nvidia. Nvidia now, who's really, has a tremendous percentage of the market cap of these AI chips, is the first $4 trillion company. It's not a coincidence, and I truly believe that we're just scratching the surface. Where we're headed, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to briefly explain what we've done so far. I'd like to explain where we're headed with this, and then I'm going to show you our most powerful bots and some results and a very special offer. And I'm going to do it all under 30 minutes. Okay, so stick with me. The main benefits from using our AI auto trader. Well, listen, it's going to eliminate all of those human emotions out of our trading. The way it does that is what this AI integration does. I'm going to outline 4 different ways that we're using it. Number one, it's going to dynamically, and I want to back up just for a second. We're trading today in an extremely news-driven market. News-driven throughout the day. We have all types of economic news reports, sometimes even geopolitical reports. Sometimes it's the administration, the presidential administration with new policies. But these reports that come out during the day are very instrumental on the direction that the market takes. We can go from a choppy, ranging market in one moment, and the next moment we're on a rocket ship headed to the moon, or vice versa. So the 4 ways that we are leveraging AI currently is we are dynamically moving our stop and our profit targets based on the average true range of the market. So the elephant in the room with automated bots is, well, I've heard it, I've heard a lot of members say, well, I've bought some bots before, but out of the box they came out and they did well for a week or two, but then the parameters got stale. They just didn't work any longer. And it was useless after the first few weeks because they just weren't optimized any longer. Or I had to constantly optimize the inputs. Or they say, well, only under certain market conditions did it do well. Or they would tell me, well, in the first hour of the market it does well, but then the rest of the session it gets crushed. Well, these are all legitimate and very genuine reasons why automation failed in the past. And these are all being solved with this AI integration. This AI integration is able to dynamically adjust your stop and your profit targets based on the average true range of the market. So you never have to optimize these inputs. They're always optimizing themselves. It's also going to optimize the trading hours that it trades. It's not going to trade during times of the day that historically it gets crushed. It changes its own trading hours. The bots have 4 different triggers that will get you into a trade. This self-learning algorithm does 2 things. It learns which trigger is going to be the best in the current trading environment. And lastly, we have what we call our candlestick pattern recognition. That's also part of this machine learning algorithm. You see, the charts are very symmetrical, geometrical. They have candlestick patterns that repeat themselves throughout the trading session. The system learns what the reaction is. For example, if we're in a short trade and all of a sudden we get this big, ugly, bullish engulfing candle, well, that usually signifies a reversal, and the system's going to exit the trade and take profits. So that's the last and 4th way that we're currently using this AI automation. And I always like to bring over, and I'm going to do it very, very quickly today. I always like to bring over the actual strategy itself, just so you could see as an illustration what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about here, you can see in our global parameters that the way the system works, if we have what we call a bot and a drone that run in tandem. They're both really bots, but the difference is the drone is exactly what it sounds like. It's just a bot, but its inputs are static. They never change. It trades 23 hours a day. Okay, when the market's open, it trades. It doesn't, never will hold a position overnight. Never holds a position through the session break. So the drone and the bot, the drone is what it sounds like. You think of a you think of a drone, you think of like a small aircraft hovering above and looking at the landscape below, getting a bird's eye view of the overall landscape. That's exactly what this drone is doing. It's getting an overall bird's eye view, a picture of the trading environment. What is the maximum forward excursion, the maximum adverse excursion? What's the range of the market? Which signal is working the best in this current environment? And it uses a tremendous amount of data to learn the best output. So let me get back to the bot now. So the drone is static, and it's telling the bot the hours out of the day that it does the best. Okay. Being a software developer, especially with automation, something that we've learned through the School of Hard Knocks, I'd like to say, is that it's more important to filter out the losers than it is to pull in the winners. So at the expense of letting some winners pass us by, we have to filter out the losers. How do we do it? This is one way we do it. The bot is only going to trade during the times of the day that historically the drone does the best. Remember, the drone is trading 23 hours per day. So if it finds that there's a time during the Asian Open or the London session or during the New York Open or throughout the trading session of the New York Stock Exchange that it does well, it's going to only trade. It's going to dynamically change those trading hours in your bot to trade the best times of the day. Okay. It's also going to choose which signal or trigger that it's going to take. We have 4 different triggers that the system will take. If it enables this signal A, then we have a bunch of conditions that must be met in order for the trade to actually trigger on your chart. But this system is going to learn and only take the signal that's currently working the best. Okay. And last but certainly not least, we have our candlestick pattern recognition, where it recognizes certain candlestick patterns. And we have extremely sophisticated ways to manage these trades. And I'm going to show you a short video of one of the new releases that's coming out Friday. We call it the Leapfrog. The Leapfrog runs in tandem with our profit window. Our profit window, and I want to explain this really quick because it's a really big reason for our success without going too deep into the minutia. But let's just say that our profit target is 100 ticks and our stop, for this example, let's just say it's 50 ticks. With our profit target window, if we put our window at 25 ticks, what will happen is if price comes within 25 ticks of my profit target, my profit window is at 25. My profit target is 100. So if I come within 25 ticks of that 100 tick profit target, price will be at plus 75. At that point, my stop is going to immediately come to 25 ticks behind price. So I'm only going to risk at that point as much as I have the potential to make. So my risk to reward equals out very quickly once I'm up $250 on this trade. Well, what if the market is really, trending and it's moving very nicely? Well, we'd be selling ourselves short by just stopping with a 100 tick profit target. The system will see that it's trending and it uses what we call the leapfrog. And if I put the leapfrog into this equation, I'm going to show you a video of what it does. It will go in a loop and it'll keep locking in profits and running that trade down and letting it mature to the full excursion. And believe me, in the equity curves, you don't want to cut all of your winners short. It makes a tremendous difference over the course of a month to have a few runners in the equation. So that's a little look under the hood without going too far into the minutia of the strategy. This is showing you the candlestick pattern recognition, how our drone and bot runs in tandem. Our drone will run 23 hours a day. And if it learns that maybe from 9 to 11, it does extremely well, but then come around lunchtime up until the closing bell, it's hit or miss. Well, the bot is only going to trade those times that it does the best. It'll come back on and it will sit on its hands through these trading session hours that the drone just gets hammered. Okay, so it filters out a tremendous number of losers. Let me just show you a real life example. Let's take a look real quick at, this is the NQ20U sniper bot. This is the sniper bot. And the bot, you can see that we're up for the month. This is July 1st to the 31st. We're up $1,388 and our drawdown was $1,800. Okay. If we look at the drone of that same sniper, it made $1,600, but look at this. It pulled in $9,700 of losing trades, and the max drawdown was $5,600. If you're a prop trader, or even if you're trading a live account, none of us like that pain of a drawdown. It hurts. We don't sleep well at night. So to have that bot almost with the same amount of profit run that much more efficiently really is significant. And I can go through all of these examples on all of these, and you'll see the same thing. On the Haymaker drone, it was up $3,200. It pulled in $19,000 of losing trades, and the max drawdown was $3,400. Where if I look at the bot of the same Haymaker, now it's only pulled in $2,000 in losing trades in comparison to $19,000. Okay, so it eliminated $17,000 in losing trades. And our max drawdown is only $700. So it's running that much more efficiently. And that bot drone technology is working as planned. As planned. So where are we going next? What we've just gone over was how the system uses the average true range to position the stops and profit targets, pick the best signal confirmation, and manage the trades using the AI integration. Where we're headed with this next, and what's going to be released within the next 2 or 3 weeks, is we've integrated into this the ChatGPT agent, a very sophisticated system. And what it does is it actually uses ChatGPT. They have a new feature that's called the agent. And what it does is it, through connectors, well, first it allows the ChatGPT agent allows ChatGPT to complete complex online tasks on your behalf. What it does is it has connectors in it, and it's going to act as a bridge between a number of different apps and websites to provide the system with a tremendous amount of data. This is how this system thrives, okay? This is what makes it so powerful. It's going to use a tremendous amount of data between a number of different websites and apps, and it's going to seamlessly switch between reasoning. It's going to be able to reason and think and learn, and then it's going to take action. It's going to be integrated right into NinjaTrader. At first we're thinking, looking at the legalities of it, that it would come up on ChatGPT and you would have to authorize it to make changes to your system. So we're looking at the legalities of it, but we'll overcome it. Don't worry. But this AI trading bot with your authorization is going to take into consideration, it's mind-blowing, the information that it's going to learn. Number one, it's going to learn the economic news reports when they're coming out, when the high impact reports are coming out. It's going to sit on its hands. It's going to let the market settle down. It's going to learn what the reports were. Were they expected results? Were they out of the ordinary? Is market sentiment going one way? It's taking a look at the macro, and it's taking action on your behalf in a way that has never been done before. Okay. And this is the power of this AI integration that's going to be coming within the next 30 days. And we're very, very pleased, excited. Remember, I started the presentation introducing my team. These guys are like a kid in the candy store. Like when I saw Joel showing that bracket and all those great tools, that's what these guys are thinking with this. You know, they're playing with these inner workings of this new agent, and they're like kids in a candy store. They're loving it. And we've got a really great team that's really putting a lot of time and effort into making this something that's really unique, very powerful. So that is where we're headed with this, and it will be available in the very near future. So let's take a look at the numbers. With automation, I think that's what most people look at anyways. And I'm running out of time, so I want to hurry up. Let's go over the most powerful bots. Our ES30 range historically has always done great. We have a member of our community, his name is Robert, happens to be a professional in this niche. He shared the inputs, and some of our best ideas come from our members. If I tell you how, the backstory, and I'll just take a minute to tell you the backstory. He is a professional, Robert, a member of our community, has bought several bots from maybe 5 or 10 different vendors. It's his passion. He loves it. And what he loves to do with them is he loves to optimize them. He does back tests. He has a tool that he uses, and he optimizes all of the parameters. So he optimized this 30 range on the NASDAQ. Okay, catch that. He optimized it for the NASDAQ. And he accidentally, when he loaded it into NinjaTrader, it did not load on the NASDAQ. It accidentally loaded on the E-mini. And it turned out that it was probably our best bot that was ever found or invented. And it was done on the wrong instrument. Okay, that's how we came into this bot. He made over $65,000 over the course of 6 months with it. Referred several of his friends to us when he saw how great it was. And he told me, he said, Rory, I've bought 5 or 6 different, bots from different vendors, and yours is the only one, well, not mine personally, but our company's, that I've never had to change the inputs. They optimize themselves. I'm, like every day, I'm like a full-time job. I'm changing the inputs on these other bots. With yours, I've never touched them. And I'm up $60,000 over 6 months. So this ES30 range from June 1st to July 18th, after commissions, is up $6,178. Our NQ20 Unorenco Sniper from June to July 18th is up $8,740. These are not back tests. I want to assure you, these are all trades taken on a live market. This isn't a strategy analyzer, a back test, none of that. So the 20 Unorenco, it really does great. And just to show you why, especially in this type of trading environment that we're in right now, the 20 Unorenco really does a great job of filtering out a lot of the static. It eliminates all of that whipsaw. So if I show you a 20 Unorenco chart, this is what the charts look like. And we provide you with all of the indicators on all of our charts. We have very clean charts. And you can see these beautiful, smooth charts that the 20 Unorenco trades. They're absolutely beautiful. So this sniper, which is trading a huge Unorenko bar. A 20 Unorenko is very big. It has a 100 tick reversal, 120 ticks from top to bottom on a reversal. Really does a great job of smoothing out the charts, but it's up over $8,740 after commissions from June 1st to July 18th. Okay. Our 150 range RJ, we have a very nice diversity of not only instruments. We're trading the futures index equities with exception to the Russell. So we are trading the S&P 500 futures, the ES, the NQ, the NASDAQ, the Dow, the YM, and we've diversified into crude oil and gold. Crude oil and gold aren't our most consistent bots, but let me say this about them. They're very good to have in your toolbox because when there's a geopolitical unrest like we saw recently, they became our hottest bots. And to have those in the toolbox are always nice to have. But anyway, not only do we have a nice diversity of instruments, but time frames as well. This one runs on 150 range, a pretty big bar. But from June 1st to July 18th, it made over $10,000. By the way, RJ happens to be a member of ours that shared these inputs with us. So this is the prop trading segment. Prop trading has burst into the seeds. I'd be derelict in my duties if I didn't bring up prop trading, right? These bots can trade a live account, a prop account, a sim account. As long as you got NinjaTrader 8, these bots can trade with a live data feed, okay? Any type of account you want. For prop traders, we've designed pre-formatted templates that are specifically designed for prop trading. There's two stages of your prop accounts. You have your evaluation stage. Number one, the evaluation, for example, if you have a $50,000 eval, you have to make $3,000 before you lose $2,500. Oh, yeah, and believe me, it's a trailing drawdown. At any time of your high water mark, even unrealized gains, you cannot let price come back $2,500, and that's going to trail you. So they've made something a little bit, that's something that's hard to begin with, trading, and they've made it even a little more difficult. They also have some consistency rules when you get to the next stage, which is really the next stage is your PA account, performance account. Different prop firms call them different things. We at Right Line Trading also have a funding arm. Our sister company is called Right Line Funding. So we also are in the prop trading world. So the PA account is our vehicle to getting payouts. These are they're actually sim accounts. They're not live accounts. But if you conform to all of their rules, the consistency rules, you don't blow the account out or breach it, then you can request a payout and get paid real money. Okay. So we have templates that are very aggressive that will get you past the evaluation very quick. We call those our one-day passes. However, once we get the PA account and we pass the evaluation, we pivot to a much more conservative strategy. Okay, now that we've paid our activation fee, we have a little more skin in the game. We went through a little something or other to get to that PA account, and now that we've got a little more skin in the game and we've shed some blood, sweat, and tears, we don't want to blow that PA account just so quick anymore. We start practicing capital preservation, and we have our daily profit goal or our daily loss limit that we can put right into the parameters of these strategies. So we have customized templates that do just that. Our one-day passes, we go on a pass or fail. It's not an equity curve that we have on our one-day pass. My slide says 50%, but remember, I answer the phones here. I'm going to underpromise every time because I'm going to answer the phone and I'm not going to have to stutter and tell you what went wrong. So let's bring it down to 33%. 1 out of 3 on these one-day passes. They're one trade and you're going to pass or fail. So when you see a prop firm is running a 90% sale and it's 15 or 20 bucks to get a prop account, well, if you buy 5 or 10 of them, 1/3 of them, statistically, now this is trading, I can't guarantee anything. Statistically, though, I'm comfortable in my own skin telling you 1 out of 3 of these is going to get you a funded account. I saw today that we got a few of them that passed running them on our one-day passes. So 1 out of 3, 33%. Listen, there's a chance you could hit 3 in a row. There's a chance you could lose 3 in a row. You could lose all 3 in a row. This is trading. But statistically, 1 out of 3, you're going to find that if you trade the NQ or the ES, you're going to win 1 out of 3. And then our PA accounts. Listen, you know, a lot of people take it for granted that because I personally work for Right Line Trading, that I'm a great professional trader. Nothing can be further from the truth, okay? And I'm not too proud to tell you that. In the course of my trading career, which, you know, is over a decade now, I've blown more accounts than you can count, than I can count. I've gone to bed talking to myself in my sleep, just so disappointed that I just couldn't turn the corner on my trading career. Let me tell you something. These bots have been a game changer for me personally. I'm the one that trades these bots every morning on YouTube Live, and I do it on 3 PA accounts from January 15th to today, July 31st. My P&L is over $32,000 trading these bots on my PA accounts. Okay. I'm very particular with capital preservation. My profit goal is anywhere from 250 to 500. And when I reach it, I stop. I promise you. And vice versa. If I lose it, I stop and I put my tail between my legs and I go home talking to myself. I'm humbled again by the markets, but I come back the next day with a vengeance. And I come back and I stick to my game plan and I trade the same bot and I do the same routine over and over and over again. And that's why I want to invite you tomorrow to come witness firsthand these bots on a live market. I think you'll be very impressed. Just to give you an idea of what they did today, this is my leaderboard of what the bots did today. Were they all profitable? No. There's bots on the bottom that lost today. But I'm going to explain the methodology of how we trade this tomorrow in my live stream. But listen, we as humans, there's no way in the world that we could simultaneously trade 5 different instruments and put up results that look anything close to that. Let's be realistic. We just can't do it. With this tool, it provides you with a significant edge and will provide you with bots that have the potential to make a lot of money. The real appeal with the prop accounts is using the trade copier. And I use the affordable indicators one, and I do it every morning on YouTube. So you can 5x, 10x these bots via the use of a trade copier, all without risking your own capital. That's the beautiful part about these prop accounts. You have no real skin in the game. If you lose, it hurts. But you know what? When you lose a live account, it hurts more. I've lost both ways. Losing the real money, it hurts more. We're all getting payouts, not only our team here at Right Line Trading, but our members, which really, to me, spiritually is more satisfying than getting these payouts from Apex. Seeing our members win and share that they're winning brings a greater satisfaction than getting these payouts myself. A few of our members, I'm getting to my special offer. One of our members I wanted to mention, I'm coming right up to the end of my time. And I just want to mention, because I'm not going to have time to get to most of the questions. If you have a question or you'd like to talk to me one-on-one, please do me a favor. Put your name and your number in the chat box, okay? Nobody else can see it. Anthony can see it, but Anthony sounds like a pretty decent guy. I don't think he's going to call you in the middle of the night. And I'm just going to call you once, and I'm going to do my best to answer your questions. So please, if you have a question, put your name and your number in the chat box. I remember Judy. A lot of people I talk to on the phone, they're retired. They're retired, or they're getting ready to retire, or they're working and they want something to supplement their income. Judy is retired, and she wanted something to supplement her retirement. These bots are providing her that. She travels the world. It's amazing, and you'll see her most likely, God willing, in our YouTube stream tomorrow. She's trading from currently in Dubai. This picture, she sent us a video in our Discord how she's trading. This is a picture of her balcony in Dubai. Before that, she was on a cruise in the Mediterranean in Italy. This is her portable workstation coming from an MSC cruise off of the Mediterranean in Italy. And she's getting payouts and trading these bots with a tremendous amount of success. Simon is from across the pond. We always get questions. Hey, I'm in the UK. Hey, I'm in Switzerland. I'm in Australia. Can I trade this? The answer is yes. If you have NinjaTrader 8 and a live data feed, you're in business. Limit up. Steve, rest in peace, Steve. Steve Cherry, a valuable, loved, cherished member of our community, died. But this was his passion. He died a happy man. But Steve, God bless you, rest in peace. Last but not least, Ron Nettles made $10,000 in gold during the geopolitical unrest I mentioned. Suzanne is a leader in our community. Let me tell you guys, the women got us beat. I'm telling you, the top traders in our community are females. Between Judy, Suzanne, we have Marcy, Carol, and several others. We're in trouble with these women. They're much better traders than we are. Okay, let's get to the special offer. For Traders Corner, we're going to do the full Monty. The full Monty. What I mean by that is the discretionary system. What I mean by discretionary are those beautiful chart indicators that I showed you. They come in pre-formatted templates. Everything we provide you with are all pre-formatted. If you're not good on the computer, don't worry. We got a great team. We got great customer service. If you see our reviews on Trustpilot, very much like Joe's, we got some beautiful reviews. Customer services are really one of our strong points. So the discretionary component, pre-formatted chart templates, pre-formatted strategy templates, the entire workspace is going to be provided to you on a silver platter. Not only do we do a white glove installation, but through the lifetime of your membership, we're going to provide you with customer support. And man, is that important. Oh my God, is that important. Listen, with any new system, there's a learning curve. And to not have that support really makes things much harder. So not only do we provide you with tech support, but ongoing support with trading. We trade on a daily basis on YouTube. We do a weekly live training. And all of our members of our team, including myself, meet with our new members 2 or 3 times to make sure that we get your questions answered. All right. I said all of that to tell you, we're doing a 50% off sale. The monthly membership is normally $11.98. Today it's going to be $5.99 through the end of the weekend. $5.99 for the month. The much better value is going to be our annual or our lifetime memberships. Our annual membership, I think, is just an absolute steal at $14.99. If you divide the 12 months into that $14.99, I think it comes out to about $120 a month. For $120 a month, you're going to have a home that you're going to trade with us every morning, Monday through Friday. You're going to have white glove support, and you're going to have a community of traders supporting you and cheering you on and sharing information with you to help you on this journey. For $120 a month, you'll have the strongest, what I believe to be the most technologically advanced automated bots out there for a retail trader, bar none, with this new update we're going to have. So $14.99 for the annual. The coupon code for the annual is save 50%. My associate Brock, Let me make sure. Yes, he dropped the coupon codes and he dropped my link in the chat box. Now, the best value is going to be the lifetime. The lifetime is the $24.99. Normally it's $49.99. It's half off, 50% off. If you have the means, really, that's going to be the best value. If you don't like subscriptions or recurring payments, I hate them. It only hurts for a second. You're going to be very happy that you did it. $24.99. This is a system that has the potential to pay dividends for a lifetime. And I want to tell you this. The main reason Mark Miller purchased this company was for this system. The majority of the company's resources, and when I say resources, I mean time and money, are going into the further development of this system. So this is a system that is going to continue to get more and more powerful as this technology advances. So we're really excited about what the future holds. So $24.99, you'll be with us for the long ride, the full ride. $24.99. Use coupon code 50% off at checkout. Before I go, I just wanted to end with one last slide showing the Discord chat group. Let me bring it up. Excuse me. Here it is. Okay. So our AI Auto Trader, this is our Discord. We have the general chat, a user's guide. We have a 50-page user's guide that's illustrated that from the second you order the AI Auto Trader, it takes you through the entire setup, best practices, all in writing and illustrated with pictures. We have a daily results channel. Every day we post the results of our day. Every week we give the best 3 bots, so you always know which ones are performing the best. If you're a prop trader, we have a ton of resources, coupon codes, tools, copiers, everything that you could want as a prop trader is going to be in there. Improvement ideas, some of our best ideas come from our members. If you just need if you need assistance or support, we have a link for tech support. If we ever have updates, we post them in there as well. We have our Hall of Fame, our strategy collaboration channel. So we have a beautiful Discord server. You're never going to be in the dark. And before I turn it back over to Anthony, I just want to thank everybody for their time. Please do me a favor. Come and join me tomorrow. Do yourselves a favor. I want you to know, and this is the God's honest truth, that I really thought that I would never be a profitable futures trader. I just didn't think I had it in me because I sabotage my own trading. I'm somebody that habitually squeezes their stop. If a trade goes against me and I'm taking some heat, I see those red numbers on that P&L and I squirm and I squeeze I bail out of the trade only to watch it go in the direction I initially had the position. I'm the world's worst trader left to my own devices. These bots have been a turning point in the trajectory of my trading career. And I honestly believe that this is a viable option, that it can do the same. It has the potential to do the same for you. So please come take a look tomorrow. It's totally free. It's at 9:15 a.m. We have a good time. It's going to be Friday. And we'll watch the bots trade a live market. Thank you so much, everybody. I know it's been a long day. Thanks for your time. Anthony, again, thanks for having me on Traders Corner. It's always a privilege and honor to be on your venue. Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you, Rory. That phenomenal close. AI and trading is no longer the future, it's now. Rory's offers in the chat. Be sure to check it out tonight and trade tomorrow. What a great trading seminar today. We hope all of you took something meaningful from each of our presenters. To all of our amazing speakers, thank you for sharing your years of trading experience and trading wisdom They can only be shared by those who have been down those long trading journeys and for all of the new innovative tools with our community today. And to our audience, we hope you're leaving this summit with strategies you can apply right away. Don't forget to revisit the chat to grab any offer links you missed. And thank you again for joining us for Traders Roadmap to Success. We'll see you at the next Traders Corner event. Have a great evening, everyone, and trade smart. Thank you.